because we were all sitting down when we were looking. I was standing up and Raymond was standing up, but the rest of them, Jonia stands up and goes, "So what you gonna do? Kill us?"
Back like a Kit Kat, taste it all. Like it when you turn your ring off and turn me on and take it off. Why you gotta give me faces for? You like you took your braces off. Have you on your
What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your girl Ken and I'm back with another video. As you can see by the title, this is a story time, and I'm gonna be telling y'all about the time me and my friends kind of like experienced something crazy that happened to us homecoming night. We joke about it now, but looking back at it, like when it happened, it was very serious and we could have got hurt. So, but let's get into the video. So, this was in October, homecoming. This was the day before homecoming that this situation happened. So that morning we were all in school and we were talking about the big football game because we were playing against East. That's our like rival school that we always go back and forth with for football. So we were like, we are gonna go to Nye's car. That's Nye. I don't know if you can really see it, but we were all gonna get a Nye's car, go to Nye's house, hang out before the game. So we the school day in, Nye's mom said yeah. All our parents was like, yeah, we don't care. So we all got a nice car and we went to Nye's house. And we get there, we're hanging out, nothing serious. I'll show that in the next video.
Not the depression, Kitty. This feels so
We all are at Nye's house, just chilling, whatever, hanging out, having fun. And it comes time for us to go. And what happened? We go pick up our friend Raymond at his house, and we're all playing around in the car. I'll show y'all videos of that. And we're all playing around in the car or whatever, and that's fine, that's cool. We were we were on time. I think we were on time, but black people, you know. But the game wasn't really starting on time because we didn't want to get there for the freshmen's game, because our game that we wanted to see was like the seniors and the juniors and stuff like that. So we waited and we were playing around the parking lot.
Old town road, I'm gone. Ride till I can't no more. I got the horses in the back. Got the bushes, let them ride.
riding on a horse. You can with your horse.
Listening to music. We all seen some people we know. We talked for a second in the parking lot, and we get up to the where they have like the security guards or whatever, and we're in this line, we're talking or whatever, playing around, not thinking nothing of it. And we get up to the very front of the like where the security guards at. They were on the side. It was the gate, and then they were on the side of us, and there was one security guard on the gate. So we're there, we're showing everybody our IDs, and it gets to my friend Nye, and she's like, "Where's my ID?" So I'm like, "Did you drop it?" She's like, "No, I just had it in my hand, like couldn't have." And we go back to the car, help Nye go through her car. We don't see the ID. We go back, and originally before that, it was some girls there, we think, I think, some girls there, and they were having hard time getting in. I think one of them also didn't have their ID. So I don't know if like Nye dropped it, one of the girls picked it up, or somebody in general picked it up, and they got into the game. But we could not find Nye's like ID at all. Like we looked and looked and looked, and we searched multiple times. And then we were trying to like figure out if like we could do this thing, or like if I had 2 IDs on me, so I can give Nye one of my IDs, because our school does not thoroughly check IDs. So we was like, okay, we could do this. They were checking, we couldn't get in. So we're sitting there arguing with this security guard at our school. In my head, nobody likes, like, at all. Like, he does too much. Like, you know how you got that one security guard that takes his job oh so seriously? That's what he is. So we're arguing back and forth with him. Nye's arguing back and forth with him. Nye's like, I can show you my power school. You know I go here. You've stopped me in the hallway multiple times. Why are you like being like this. So he's like, I'm sorry, it's policy. I'm like, but any other game that we've got into, like basketball games, that's inside, and there were more arguments and stuff at basketball games sometimes than our football games. So it was just like he was not letting her in, and we got so frustrated by it. So after like, I want to say 10-20 minutes of trying to look for her ID, arguing with the security guard, we were just over it. So we got into Nia's car and we sat there and we were like, what do y'all want to do? We all were like, we don't want to sit in the parking lot, let's go do something. We didn't want to go home either, and we were like, we didn't want to go get food because I think most of us was already, like, I was already decently full off of the fact that we were at Nia's house earlier eating. So it just, I wasn't really hungry. So we was like, okay, so we left out the parking lot or whatever, and we were right by like my house, like close to my house. So I was like, it's a park right over here and we can go to and chill out and hang out with, like just hang out with each other. So Nia's like, okay, just tell me how to get there. So we're driving to the park. We get to the park, we all park, Nia parks the car, and we all get out. Now, the way the park is set up, it's a park and a school. My little brother goes to the school. So, it's late. We're playing around on the, like, slides and stuff at the park, playing around, and this is huge hill. We all climb up the hill. We sit there. We all have blankets because of the game. Excuse me. We all had blankets because of the game. We were gonna sit in the bleachers because it was somewhat chilly or whatever. So we laid the blankets out and we're laying down in the blankets. We're talking, looking up, just playing.
Oh, I still got my faith in you.
And this is how loud our band was, right? Our school isn't that far away from the park that we were at, but you heard our school's marching band like loud, like through the whole park, like for the people that like go to Central and know what I'm talking about. So we're talking about the band, like how loud they are, just playing around. And we start playing and beating up on our friend Raymond. I'm gonna show videos of that too.
Oh shit! Not gonna lie.
So we start beating up on Raymond or whatever, and we're playing, screaming, da 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 da, whatever. And this person on a bike is riding, like you hear it was that quiet. It got that quiet after the band stopped playing for the first second, and you heard like the little how the bike like moves. So I heard that. We all looked and we seen him, but we didn't pay him no mind. I think in my head, this is my theory, that person on that bike, because he, like, the bike rider didn't have any, like, lights on his bike or anything. Like, it was, like, he had on black, too. So, like, that person on the bike, in my head, I think was the person that scared us and was what happened next. So, the person on the bike rides past, and we're still playing or whatever. My friend Jonia, and my friend Raymond start playing around and running towards the school. We're like, let's see if somebody's in the building, because the lights are on. Like, I think in my head, I just think schools have automatic lights, so like the smallest sense of motion could like make it go off. Because I think somebody was in there, because like after they ran up to the school and nobody like came to open the door, like a car pulled into the parking lot and I guess grabbed somebody, like letting them get in the car and drove off. That's what I remember seeing. So they come back up. They're like, nobody let us in. Man, forget this school. Like, just playing around. And then we're sitting again and we're just like talking. And we're overly loud. Like, we're messing with each other. So we're loud, obviously. Raymond is standing up and goes, hold on. Be quiet. I'm like, what? Raymond's like, you don't see that? Raymond, see what? Mind you, I wear glasses. I'm overly blind. So we're on this hill, and to me, we look farther away from the school than what we are. But I'm like, Raymond, see what? Like, he's irritating me at this point because I'm thinking he's just overly trying to mess with all of us because we're females and scare us. Raymond's like, you don't see that big flashing light standing right there by the tree? I'm like, what are you talking about? So I squint my eyes and I see this light. And it's not like, I don't know how to describe it. It's not like it's a small dim light that would come and go away. It's not none of that. It's like the person had their phone stop like this, as you would hold to record a video, and the light, you know, on the iPhone, when you flip the camera and it's dark out and you need your camera light, it's the light on there. Now, I don't know if the person was recording us or what, but I know for a fact it was a light. So I don't know if they were recording us and had their camera light on, or they were messing with us and had like their flashlight on their phone on turned sideways. But we're all looking, and I don't know, it just was an eerie feeling that came across all of us. We stood there and I'm like, y'all see that? Raymond's like, that's what I was talking about. I'm like, do y'all see that? Everybody goes, yeah. So we're standing there quiet. I don't know what didn't make us leave as soon as we saw that. But my friend Jonia stands up because we were all sitting down when we were looking. I was standing up and Raymond was standing up. But the rest of them, Jonia stands up and goes, so what you gonna do? Kill us?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
No, don't. Why would you do that? And still to this day, she jokes about it and is like, I wanted to know if he was really gonna kill us or not. I want to be able to decide how I die, and if it's dying like that, I don't want it. So I'm like, at this point, I'm like trying. I didn't know what to do. So after Jonia said that, the light on the phone turns off. We all look at each other. We start grabbing all of our stuff. And as we're grabbing everything, I'm looking back. I think all of us were looking back. I'm looking back, and you can see the person walking towards us, like walking towards the hill. So I'm like, we gotta go. At this point, we're all screaming, but I don't think nobody knew that was a for real danger type of situation for the people that lived in the house, because we were already right there playing and screaming. So we're grabbing our stuff, playing and screaming, making sure we didn't leave anything, phones, none of that. And we have to run down this hill, basically semi past this person. Jonia and Nye make it to the car before us. Raymond and me are right there with each other running. My friend Avani is taking her sweet time. I'm like, Avani, come on. Avani's taking her sweet time. So I finally grab Avani by her hand, and I'm like, yeah, no, I ain't gonna play with you. So we're running towards the car. And the way the car was parked, you know how at a park, it's them things, I don't know what they're called, but they're in the ground. So when you open the door, you may hit your car door on it a little bit. It was right there. So Raymond kind of squeezes in, and I couldn't run to Raymond's side, so I had to run on the side that I was in. Avani had to get in before me because she's the longest and in the middle. So she got in, I got in. I'm like, start the car. All of us are screaming at our friend Nye, telling her to start the car. And she finally starts the car and zooms off, y'all. And we're looking back and we're in shock of what just happened. I'm like, nah. I'm like, that didn't just happen, y'all. It's Nye's like, yes it did. I'm like, bro. That situation was so scary. Being in a situation like that, I wouldn't even say it's a movie type situation, but I would, because my friend Avani wanted to take her sweet time, and she was like, I wanted to die anyway. No, heifer, it don't work like that. No. So all of us, we get in the car and we're driving, and we're like, okay, it's time to go home. It's it's time to go home. Like, nah, we don't need to be out no more. And what's funny is none of our parents, it's not funny, but none of our parents knew that we were at this park. Nobody, like, it was us. It was in the spirit of the moment type stuff. That's why I say now I look back at it, it was kind of dangerous. It was dangerous because we were at this park. I mean, I stay over there, but like, well, we were in the process of moving into that house that's over there. So we're over there. Nobody knows we're there. Our parents don't know that we're there. None of that. So like, nobody knew if something was to happen with us. They thought we were at the game. Like, that's where our parents thought we were at for the night. And we came back before the game. I think all of us got home before the game even ended. Like, we were just over it. We were like, yeah, no. And still to this day, like we said, I think all of us can agree, like, that situation that we were all in together was like the scariest moment, because it was like we didn't know who it was, and the person was like standing by the tree. Like, it's the tree and then it's the person, and you couldn't see because it was dark over there. There's not a lot of lights in like the parking lot where the park is. That, and then he was like behind, like the person blended in so good with the street. I say he because it was like the person was very like broad shaped, like big shoulders type stuff. So, but I don't know, like, that situation was so scary to me. But that's the time that me and my friends almost basically died. I don't know what else to say, y'all. Like, now that I look back at it, it's funny, but scary at the same time. Like, we joke about it all the time now. But that was my story time. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that post notification button to make sure you know every single time I post. I'll see you in the next video.
Are we wasting time? Girl, please don't waste my time. You know how I don't just wanna chill.